Welcome to Hidden Costs. Today, we peel back the shiny layers of modern progress to find the heavy price tag underneath. Listen closely to the silence. That is the sound of progress in 2026. No engine roar, no exhaust fumes, no smell of burnt gasoline lingering in the air. Just the rhythmic hum of tires on wet asphalt, clean, quiet efficiency gliding through city streets like a technological ghost. The electric vehicle is no longer a futuristic dream or a niche experiment. It is the new standard. It has become a symbol of status, of being forward-thinking, and of moral superiority. You see the ads everywhere. Save the planet while you drive to get your morning coffee. It feels good, doesn't it? It feels incredible to finally be on the right side of history, leaving the dirty fossil fuel era in the dust. But silence has a terrifying way of hiding the noise. While your driveway stays clean, the earth is being bled dry elsewhere. While your city air gets fresher, thousands of miles away, landscapes are being turned into toxic wastelands. We need to ask the uncomfortable question: is the EV our savior, or just a new, more sophisticated addiction? Let's look at the landscape of 2026. The transition is happening at lightning speed. In Europe, roughly 1 in every 2 cars sold is now electric. The gas station is rapidly becoming a relic of the past. The math on paper looks incredible. If you look at a standard life cycle assessment, an EV emits significantly less carbon than a gas car. In a decarbonizing grid, that efficiency number hits nearly 80%. It sounds like the perfect solution. We are told we are winning the war on carbon. We point to the zero emissions badge with pride. But here's the thing about zero emissions. It only refers to the tailpipe, and this car, it doesn't have one. The car has no tailpipe, but the massive industrial system that built it has a gigantic, soot-covered footprint. Why are we so desperate to believe EVs are a perfect, bloodless solution? Social scientists call this the moral licensing trap. It's a glitch in human psychology. When we do something good, like buying an EV, our brain gives us a free pass to indulge in harmful behaviors elsewhere. I drive a Tesla, so it's okay if I take 3 long-haul international flights this year. I've earned it. I'm saving the ice caps, so I don't need to worry about the mountain of fast fashion boxes at my door. Tech giants and automakers sell us this green savior narrative because it's incredibly profitable. It tells us we can solve a systemic crisis through a shopping trip. It promises we can keep our high-consumption lifestyle. But buying a 5,000-pound battery-powered tank is not saving the world. It's just changing the flavor of the problem. Let's look at the raw materials. To build your battery, the world needs lithium. To get it, we go to the most delicate places on Earth, like the Atacama Desert in Chile. Extraction requires massive amounts of water, about 500,000 liters for just 1 ton of lithium.
In one of the driest places on Earth, we are pumping the aquifers dry to satisfy our thirst for range. When the water vanishes, the local farmers vanish. The ecosystems collapse. Your green car starts with a dead desert. That is the first hidden invoice. Then there is Cobalt, the blood diamond of the battery world. 70% of the world's supply comes from the Democratic Republic of the Congo. We are talking about artisanal mines, a polite word for unregulated pits where 40,000 children labor, some as young as 6 years old, dig in toxic dust with their bare hands to find the minerals for our tech. No safety gear, no unions, no healthcare, just the raw extraction of human life to power our ethical technology. And then there's the question of the fuel itself. When you plug in, where does that energy actually come from? If you're in Norway, you're charging with waterfalls. Your footprint is genuinely tiny and admirable. But if you're in parts of the US, China, or India, you're basically driving a coal-powered car with a long extension cord. In coal-heavy regions, the environmental benefit of an EV shrinks to almost nothing. We aren't erasing emissions, We're just moving them from the rich neighborhood to the poor one. This is environmental gentrification on a global scale. Out of sight, out of mind. We must also face the carbon debt of the factory. Manufacturing an EV creates double the emissions of a gas car. It takes about 15 tons of CO2 just to get that EV into the showroom. You start your journey deep in the red. You have to drive it for about 2 years or 11,000 miles just to break even with the dirty car you replaced. So, is it all a lie? Is the electric vehicle just a massive scam designed to trick us? No, that is the most uncomfortable part of the truth. Despite everything, an EV is still better for the planet than gas. It reduces urban smog. It helps break our century-long fever dream with fossil fuels. The scam isn't the car. The scam is the idea that the car is the final answer to a broken system. If we want a real future, the EV is just step 1. We cannot stop there. Step 2 is circular thinking. We need advanced, large-scale battery recycling to protect our resources. By 2034, the battery recycling market will be worth billions. We need to stop digging and start harvesting. Step 3 is the grid. An EV is only as clean as the wire it's plugged into. We need more renewables. Without a clean grid, the EV is just a green prop in a high-consumption play. Step 4 is the hardest one to hear. We need fewer cars, period. We need better trains, walkable cities. We need to design life around human beings, not machines. Realizing that a 3-ton metal box is an inefficient way to move one human being is the ultimate truth. Your EV is not a halo, it is a tool. It is a transitional technology for a world that needs to grow up. Next time you see that zero emissions badge, remember the salt flats of Chile and the red dust of the Congo. Everything has a price tag. The checkout at the dealership was just the beginning. The question is not whether we are willing to pay it, but if we have the courage to look at the bill. This has been Hidden Costs. Subscribe now to see what remains invisible to the naked eye. Thank you for watching. Stay curious and keep asking questions. The world is more complex than it appears.